Hello, I'm Sam Hollis from Sam Hollis Web Design. Today I'm here to help you with analytics and getting Google Analytics connected to your WordPress website. So first of all, why would you want to do this? Google Analytics is great. It shows you what pages people have visited, when they visited them, how many people visited, and what they did afterwards and where they came from. Did they come from an email? Did they come from a Google search? Did they come from social media? So you can see how your people get into your site. You can see what they do when they get there to some extent, and you can see how long they stay for. So that's all really useful information for you if you're seeing if your website is working well. So you may as well use this. It's free to use. There's just a small amount of setup and it's quite easy to do. So I'm going to talk you through how that works. Okay, so there's two sides to this. One, you're going to need to do some work on your WordPress website, and two, you're going to need to do some work on Google Analytics. Now, the first question is, do I have this already? Some people have a WordPress website and they don't know if it's connected to Google Analytics. So the simplest thing is go to Google Analytics and see if you can see anything. So how do we do that? From Google, you can do a search, or you can just type in analytics.google.com, or just from Google do a search for Google Analytics. Here we go. First link, funnily enough, will get us there. You will need to sign in. So if you've got several Google accounts, you might want to try them all and see if you've already got something here. So I'm just going to sign in now with a slightly different account here. So just give it a minute to sign in. Now, if you have Google Analytics connected to a website, you won't see this page. If you see this page, you don't have Google Analytics connected to a website. Either you need to set it up, like we're going to talk through now, or maybe you just need to try another of your Google accounts and maybe it's there. But if you see this, you don't have Analytics set up. So here we go, nice and simple. Click on the Start Measuring button. So we need to give our account a name. The website I'm connecting it to is called samtest.co.uk. So you can call your account name whatever you like. I'm going to call this Sam Test. Nice and simple. Okay. I'm going to keep all of those ticked and click Next. Then it's asking what do you want to measure. Apps, webs and apps, or the web. We're doing a website, so we just want web, which is the default. Nice and simple. Click Next. So you can name your website. So this is called Sam Test. You need to give the website address. Hopefully your website is HTTPS. This one actually isn't because it's a test one we've got. So that's actually HTTP. But if you've got a proper live site, it should be a secure site. And you can ask if you want information on that. So we just have to remove that little bit at the start. There we go. Select an industry. Why ask this? I don't know. These are very limited. This is definitely a beauty and fitness site. There's not very many options in there. You often find nothing works for you, but just search through and find something that vaguely fits. Time reporting zone. If you put you and I in there, you can get the United Kingdom. If you don't change that, then all the times are rubbish and it's a bit useless. Click Create. Terms of agreements, why it thinks I want the terms of agreement for the United States, I'm not sure. United Kingdoms again. Accept, accept, I accept. So we're getting through now to be able to set up our account. There we go, it's advertising as an app, that's nice. So the next thing it should do is give us a tracking code. And once we've got the tracking code, that's a piece of information we need to put into our WordPress website. And once we've done that, it all works. It is not very complicated. So this is just taking its time and loading. So while it's doing that, we'll go back to the website for a minute and see what we need to do. So this is the WordPress dashboard. You should already be logged in. If you're not sure how to get to this, this probably isn't for you. I do have a blog giving you a tour of WordPress if you want to find that. It's on my website, samhollis.co.uk. And that can show you around WordPress, so you should be able to, if you look at this blog, get to this point, which is your WordPress dashboard. From there, you need to go to plugins. And there are various ways to do this, but I'm showing you what is probably the simplest way to do this. and from here you need to add a plugin. So from plugins you click on add new, and then we're going to search for a plugin that makes this nice and simple. So there's a search here, so in the search we type in, let's have a look, we type in insert headers and footers. So I'll just put insert header for now, and we'll see what comes up in the search. This is the one we want, insert headers and footers by WP. Nice, simple plugin, works really well. We can tell it's a popular plugin, 1 million plus installations, so very, very popular. That's a good sign that it's a reliable plugin. Also, the stars are good as well. Install now. And it was updated 2 weeks ago. Again, another sign that it's a reliable plugin. We click activate when we're happy, and that is up and running. Give it a moment to get going. So we then need to basically we need to put a little piece of code into the website to link these together. So the way we do that now is we go to settings. So along the left hand side here somewhere, we should have, there we go, settings. And then when I hover over settings, you can see these other options appear, and I want to go to insert headers and footers. So I'll click on here and I've got 2 boxes. Okay. If I go back to my Google Analytics tab at the top, I should now have, which Google has created for me, this global site tag, basically a little piece of code here. So this is what I want. If it'll let me scroll down, it's thinking about it. It's not very keen on letting me scroll down. Let's see if it'll let me highlight it at least. Hopefully, right, I think that's all highlighted. We'll do copy. And then I go back to WordPress, and in the header, I'll do paste. And so I should have my what I call global site tag there. And I then need to click save. Nothing will happen unless you click save. Okay, that's now saved. So analytics should now be working. So it's now worth testing that it's working. Okay. So how do we test it's working? First of all, we go to the analytics home. We see the little picture here. Again, if you don't know your way around analytics, I have a blog on that. Again, if you go to samhollis.co.uk, there is a blog giving you a tour of analytics. And we can see there's been 0 visits, which isn't very surprising as we set it up seconds ago. The simplest way I find to test this is to visit, if you've got another browser installed, is to visit the website on a different browser. Because often if you visit on the same browser, it's blocked and it sometimes doesn't count the visit. So I find the safest way to do it. So I'm just going to visit it on a different browser. And when I visit it on a different browser, hopefully what we'll see happening is we will see in analytics the visit logged. So if we go to analytics, hopefully we should see in active users right now, as we visit, this should go to 1 because we are visiting the blog. There we go, little graph appeared. We've got an active user. Active users right now 1, and the / means that on the home page. If you want to be really careful, you could go to a different page. So on the other browser, I'm going to go to the shop page, and you should see in a moment it pick up that change and this change to a different page. It takes a moment or two to pick up the change, but we can see here it's definitely working. It's picked up straight away that I've been on that page. It would be surprising if somebody else was visiting it just the same time as me, just as I was testing it. Doesn't seem to like the page change, but there we go. It's definitely, there we go. It has picked it up / shop. So it can see I've gone to the other page. So that is now definitely working. There is now not much point doing anything else here. It will take a couple of weeks to get any useful data. So go away, leave it, log back in, come back in 2 weeks. There will be lots of data to see. If you're not sure how to interpret it, what to see, go to my website, samhollis.co.uk. Go to the blog page and look at the blogs giving you a tour of analytics, and that will give you a basic tour of how to use analytics. The only thing left to do really now is in WordPress is to log out to make sure that is kept secure. Log out of analytics, come back in a few weeks and see how your website is doing. I hope that has been useful to you. So that's explaining how to connect a WordPress website to Google Analytics.
If you have any questions, just get in touch. Best way is visit the website samhollis.co.uk. I hope that's useful to you.